and devastation. I had to believe all the people I loved were still safe, that there was still time to save them before Cagliostro brought on destruction. Mom? Dad? I sounded like a little girl crying out after a nightmare. My parents returned to the hut. My mother swooped down and patted my head frantically. What is it? Give her some space, my father said. An old man had followed them into the hut and stood over me, studying me with extreme care. The long white hair on his head rivaled that of his beard. And his wrinkles had wrinkles. He was beyond old. He was ancient. I had a really bad dream, I said, embarrassed by my outburst. The old man crept forward and crouched down to get a closer look at me. A dream or a vision? He asked in a grave tone. I don't know. I looked at my parents for some support. It's okay, sweetie. This is Aaron of Sardis, one of the oldest protectors of light. Glancing at my mother, he raised his thick white eyebrows, not appreciating that title, though it suited him. I wondered if he was the very first protector assigned by the Monarchy. Well, what was it? A dream or a vision? He persisted. How can you tell the difference? I asked, feeling especially amateurish. A dream is soft and somewhat detached. A vision grips your heart and clasps until you can't breathe, he explained. Definitely a vision. I still felt the deep pain in my chest, remembering Ezra's head being lopped off. Aaron of Sardis grabbed my hand and held tight, his pale blue eyes glimmering. What did you see? It wasn't pretty, that's for sure. Go on, he encouraged. Earth was being destroyed by natural disasters. People were running toward some strange city with a tower, and I paused, not at all wanting to share the part about Ezra. And? Everyone asked in unison. There might have been a war going on in Glimmer City, I said, looking away. Glimmer City? Aaron asked. Headquarters. I just call it that because, well, the place glimmers. Aaron sat down next to me, resting his head in his hands. Was he crying? Or thinking? Either way, I didn't want to interrupt. What is it, Aaron? My father asked. He looked up, a slight grin curling his lips. Your daughter had a vision while in this dimension. This means she's still connected to the Monarchy. There's hope we can get out of here with her help. Oh, no doubt about it. We're definitely getting out of here, I promised. Aaron smiled like a wise old owl. Yes, indeed. You are a valorous one. Everything they hoped you'd be. They? I asked. The Monarchy, he said. I didn't know what he was rambling on about, but I needed to convey the urgency of the situation back at home. In my vision, or whatever it was, things were pretty bad, like the end of times bad. A vision doesn't necessarily mean it has already happened, but that it might, Aaron explained. I'd like to make sure nothing remotely like that happens. So if I'm still connected to the Monarchy, how do we make contact and get out of this place? That, my leaf, I do not know. And with that, Aaron of Sardis stood up and feebly meandered out of the hut. Where's he going? We need to figure this out. Like, now. I pulled myself up and started pacing around the hut. My mother took my hand.